Hello and welcome to a program called Townscaper. I'm your host davidinark, and I didn't want to call this a game. Even the author, the publisher, doesn't even call it a game. It is a city building sandbox, basically. You click in what is basically this big giant pool of water. Is that as far as I can zoom out? And essentially, as you click, it builds surfaces on which you can then, when you have one of these colors selected down the side, if you click on a platform, it starts to build a little house. Now, that may not seem like much, but you can put another house next to it, and you notice now it expands the house. You can also build up. And it's really cool if you stack several on top of each other, you end up with this really cool spire. Almost looks like a lighthouse now. That's pretty cool. And so, what you can do is basically build out as much as you want. Now, one of the things you may notice is that, like, it's not building it on a square grid. And that's because the grid is made up of these really cool, funky shapes. So you get different, like over here, you get little curves, places where, you get 5 places that meet, and it makes this little star platform. Notice also that the further I click out from our center, the further out I can zoom in and out. And it looks like, I've not really messed with this part of it yet, it looks like I can keep adding on. Oh my gosh, how big, wow, how big can I make this? Oh my goodness, that is crazy. I did not realize you could just keep on going and growing. I have no idea what the limit is. Now, one thing that I don't like it. One thing that's kind of a pain is you have to click. Like, if you hold your mouse button to drag a series of blocks, you're actually spinning the map around. So that's kind of a pain, but you can also use WASD to get a better feel of where the camera is. But there are some other things, like, for example, if I put down a series of buildings, you'll notice that as I put them down, different pieces and parts pop up. Like, I've got these little binocular looking things, and I've got some trees, I got a bench. But then as I do this, things move around. If you make a square, then in the middle of the square, pardon me, you get a little park. Isn't that cool? And you have little birds. Look at there. There aren't any people in the game, but you can have birds. Then you can do some other cool things. Like, so for example, again, if I build up, it'll make a spire, but I can keep building if I want to. And so if I do the same thing on this side, and then if we put one in the middle, look at that. It makes this cool little, I can't see what I'm doing. It's hard to drive. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's just a, like I said, it's a city builder or building builder or something. You're townscaping, I guess that's why it's called that. But you can also do other things, like if in order to delete a piece, you right click. So if I right click here, notice what happens here is it builds, it still maintains a platform on which the building has to exist. So you get these little legs that, kind of stick up here. So there's all kinds of things that you can do. And then it won't let you, like, mix colors. So, like, if I do these, they're side by side, right? But now if I put a green one here, notice that the spire is actually on the green. It didn't make a yellow. It doesn't continue with the multiple colors. So, like, for example, if I come in here and I add this to the side, oh, look at that. It makes a cool little, that's not actually what I thought was going to happen, but you notice the spire disappeared. But look at that. Look, and little mailboxes. Oh, that's very cool. And I like the fact that you get, the sand down here along with a ladder to climb up to the door, because, and then you also get these under tunnel passage type things. It's just, it's very cool. It's, I don't know if relaxing is the right word. I don't know. It's just, it lets you be creative without any type of stress at all, man. I mean, other than figuring out where you want things to go. Look at that. It made a tiny little pathway there. That is so cool. All right, so if we build, just for the sake of argument, let's build a big tower here. All right, or I say big, but, you know, that's all right. That's cool. All right, so can we, if I build, let's see. It's really weird, but the building structures are like between floors. I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so I'm going to build 2 out this way. Look at that. That's pretty wild. And then we're going to build this way. I'm going to see what happens if I now connect. Yeah, it kind of connects those with a little metal structure jutting out there. Look at that. It's a little hard to get the camera angle going. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Oops. So again, this is called Townscape, and really, this is, as far as I can tell, this is the game. This is the thing. This is what it does. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So you can right-click to destroy stuff. So you can build these platforms out as big or as small as you want to. Again, it is based on the map, the grid itself, which I like the fact that it is not a bunch of squares. Everything is on these kind of weird shapes and angles, so you get all kinds of fun, cool just places to build, things to do. I'm going to build these 2 guys. In fact, I think what I'll do is let's build this up. I'm going to build that up a little bit more. Oh, that is just so cool. Look at that. I love the double doors there. It's just so neat to me the way that it figures out where it wants to put things. It may not be where you want to put things, but you know, as I continue here now, every now and then I have been able to make the game, and I don't know how to do it because it's like accidental, where I actually get a platform on top of the houses. It's so weird, but it builds this flat area. And again, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to duplicate it so that so I can replicate it for you. But instead of having a pitched roof, it's actually a new flat zone like these are, and it lets you build on top of there. So you could actually have buildings on top of buildings. And again, I don't quite know how to force it to do that. I don't know if it's a certain number of structures I have to put in. Oh, wait, there we go. There's one. Okay, so I need to figure out why. Why does that do that? What makes it create this flat structure? So let's just play with that a little bit. Let's see. Let's move over here, and let's just lay down. I'm gonna do like. Okay, so that's a 3x3 type thing. All right, so if I start putting... So if I do 3, that doesn't really do anything. And that is not doing anything in terms of building, you know, these different... Okay, so that's definitely not it. So the question then is, and of course now I can't remember what color that was. That was this one? Yeah. So... Is it you? Look at that. It's doing all kinds of crazy things. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, so is it because it was... Okay, so let me see. No, that stays. Is it going to stay if I take this away? No, it builds that. Alright, so it's almost like if I have 5 units on top or up in the air, maybe? I don't know. Let's try this again. So if we just lay this out some more. Okay. So we're testing this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 5. Okay. So then the question is, if I do 6, it goes back. 7. It recreates it. I don't know what the math is here. There's going to be some funky math. But what's cool about this is because it has this flat, flat top here, I can actually I can continue to build on top of it. So, okay. So does this mean I can continue this? Yes. That is so cool. And then presumably, because this actually is a space where I can do this. This is getting a little... So this should be 5. Yeah, look at that. I can build a weird multi-level structure, but look at that. There's a clothesline between the different buildings across the water. Oh, that is so neat. Oh my gosh, this game is very, very cool. So for the sake of argument, if I put this and then if we buzz in here, there we go. Oh, that's awesome. We made ourselves a little pass-through tunnel type thing here. Oh, man. So who knows what else can be discovered just by playing around and seeing what's out here. There are no vehicles. There are no people. I don't know if that's something that is planned for later. But, oh, this is... you can make your own little kind of harbor town, or, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. In a weird sort of way, I could see if you were into... say like role-playing games and you were wanting to build a structure that represented maybe the town along a shore or something, which, I mean, you could even just pretend that the water is sand or whatever, but I don't know, I could see where this would be a fun thing to do. Just, you know, setting up different scenarios and different places for people to live. I'm just curious to see. Again, if I make... whoops. Oh, well, okay, that's not quite what I had in mind, but you know what? I'll take it. Whoa. Not quite sure what's all happening there. We're making very bizarre little shapes. Oh, I love the little steps that come down onto the beach down there. Look at that. That is very, very cool. What a neat... and again, it's not really a game so much as he calls it a toy. The author, the creator of the game, called it a toy. So to me, it's very sandbox, but lots of fun, lots of different things that you can do inside there. Look at that. It's got a little patio situation going on there. Oh, that is very cool. So what happens if I put a house on a star? Does it make it a... oh, yes, it does. I have a star house. Oh, all right. So the question then, of course... see if I can figure out what I'm doing here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, that's okay. I'm going to keep clicking. How high can we go? I have no idea how high this is going to be. Oh my gosh, we are rolling. Okay, we're going to stop there. Look at this. That's just stupid. But let's check this out. All right, so we have this giant tower, but look what happens if we remove. There we go. Oh, that is so cool. And I like how each little area gets... I mean, it's not just like it replaces it with tile and steel. You actually get some of the little fun components in there to go along with that. Look at that. That's insanely stupid, but so much fun. So, there you go. Townscape. It's a fun, definitely family friendly, because, I mean, you're just building. So if you need something to help with your creative juices, you want something to have your, have a creative outlet, by all means. Townscape. Something worth checking out. So, there you go. All right, got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comments section below. Look at that. That was weird. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you'll know when new vids get posted. I'd appreciate it if you liked and shared the video too. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Hero of God, GamerGull, for supporting me on Patreon. Hey, I've got a couple of videos here you might be interested in. You can check those out and, well, we can hang out for a bit more here on David in Ark. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.